Hey everyone, it's Dr. Rick. Thanks for stopping by the channel. I wanted to show you the options that you might have when you go to the Zion National Park if you're taking on the Narrows. Everybody should be able to figure out how to use these things called hiking sticks or trekking poles. But I would make the argument that that stick is a little bit easier to cross the Narrows than collapsible hiking sticks. I'll put a link down below to a previous video I did on how to use hiking sticks. Let me explain why I would use a wooden pole versus these things. A lot of people will change elevation in the Narrows while in the water, and there's a lot of large pebbles and stones, by first feeling through the next step and then taking the step forward. And that's stable, but you also have current that's coming your way at the Narrows. Usually the national park will close it down if it's too strong. That's the first rule, is if you do have a challenging current and your balance is off, face the current as you're crossing the river versus kind of crossing like this and having the current come laterally to you. So always face the current. Second thing is to consider using the trekking poles, but keeping your elbows bent. So it might mean you have to bend a little bit, because I think there's more strength in the arm if the leverage is here in your bicep versus extending the arm like this and using the fulcrum to stabilize. Let me explain that. This is the proper position for trekking poles. This out here you can use too, but it makes it a little bit more unstable. So this is better, this is not so good. If you're going to use a trekking pole, I would suggest using one with two hands on it. So let me explain that. Tripod position is more stable than an extended quad position, because sometimes the Virgin River is muddy and you won't be able to see the next step. If you're sharing your poles with a fellow hiker, it's okay. Use two hands to grip, and again, keep your elbows bent, always having points of contact where you move. The wooden sticks always have a higher height advantage than the trekking poles. And you can rent these at the Zion Outfitters. I like the Zion Outfitters because their proximity to the entrance of the national park on the east side is great. But if you use a wooden stick like this, the height gives you a little bit more control versus this. I have more stability here than here. And if you're gonna take the next step, two hands down, step, point of contact, and step. So you can always do it like this, like Moses, versus having a little bit more instability with this. The leverage is not as strong that way. That's just my small argument for using the wooden versus the regular hiking sticks. Hopefully this gives you a couple ideas, and watch the rest of the video so you can see what my excursion team went through. Hit the subscribe button if you like this, and I'll see you at the next video.
That looks like the subway.